All right, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday, our weekly Wednesday webinar. I am super excited, as usual, to be able to jump on here with you all. So, if you are joining me live, do a hashtag live in the comments. If you are joining on the replay, do a hashtag replay just so that we know when you're tuning in and then that you're actually getting connected and getting informed. So, today, let me go ahead and make sure we are live on the Facebook group. If you can go hashtag live and let me know, you can be perfectly fine. And that would be great. So let me switch over. Hi, Kari. How are you? Hashtag live. Thank you very much. And I bet you can hear me. So, see, it is the first week of November. Hopefully, everybody is holiday season and what's because as entrepreneurs, this last quarter is actually the biggest quarter of majority of our businesses. And I know for us, it's a huge impact on our business in general. So let's go ahead and hop into our live just now. All right. One moment. Okay, so for today, we're doing our ELM commitment number 9, our last core commitment in our series. So I do these weekly. Every single week, I go over one of the ELM commitments for you all and give you a little bit of a deep dive into why they are inside of the core commitments. It's very important to understand why these are here, why we should all be taking part in doing these daily. Either these are daily or weekly, no matter what you're doing, you should be following them. So, number 9, the last one, of course, is our Be Here a Year from Now. So, whether you are new or old, and if you haven't committed, make sure that you start today. Put in that time and say, you know what, I'm going to give this a whole year. I'm going to be here. I'm going to commit to my business. But before I jump into the year from now, I'm going to go through our ELM commitments numbers 1 through 8, just as a little recap. So, number 1, this one's my favorite. I really think this one's my favorite out of all of them. And it is number 1. And we're talking about our personal development. So, we're doing our 10 pages of a good book daily. We're listening to a podcast. We watch motivational and inspirational videos, whether on YouTube or in the theaters, or if you have your own playbook of what you watch on a day to day basis, make sure those are motivational and inspirational. Associate with the right people that bring you up, right? So Drew likes to say, turn your car into a drive time university. Instead of listening to the radio and listening to the hip hop music, even though some of that is motivational, listen to a podcast or something motivational, something that'll actually bring you up. Abraham Lincoln had said, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. So you have to work on your mindset first to be better prepared to overcome the hurdles. And I do say this a lot that you will face on this journey. Jim Rohn also says, what you have at the moment, you've attracted by the person you become. And if you will change, everything will change for you. And I full heartedly agree with that statement because you're attracting what you are thinking. You are attracting the people that you are around. You're attracting that behavior and those attitudes, right? So, inside of the guide number 2, I actually share with you a few of our favorite things. Inside here, you're able to dig in, click on the links, go ahead. And if you haven't purchased any of those books, I highly suggest you go in and start reading those. Number 1, of course, is Expert Secrets. We have our .com secrets, how to win friends and influence people, the slight edge. You'll be hearing me, if you are new to this group, talk about the slight edge constantly. Think and Grow Rich is one of the favorites. Profit First. This is how to understand your business and what you should actually be doing with those funds that come in. And then also the 212 degree. This one is a really short one. You can also YouTube it on, you can find the video on YouTube. It's really short, but the message behind it is very important as well. So we also have our few videos that we enjoy. So these are motivational videos. We have the magic of part-time. We also listen to a lot of Jordan Peterson. So if you're familiar with him, go ahead, click on that. That'll take you over to the YouTube video. Also, 5 rules for your life, 10 things to change your life, and the keys to success. So those are a few videos. We have a few podcasts. We have Marketing Secrets, Wake Up Warrior, Inspirational Living, and Tim Ferriss. There isn't that many podcasts just because I am not well versed in the podcast environment. So if you have any books, videos, podcasts that you like to share, go ahead and go to the guide number 2 and actually put links in there. Say, hey, this book has really helped me do such and such, or this video, I really like this video. I'm going to go ahead and post this inside of this part of the group. So this is a very good section where you all can share your ideas and what you use to move forward and over those hurdles. This is how this group has come together. We're all here in business together. We may all be using the same software, but our businesses are actually different, right? So that is ELM commitment number 1. Number 2, my favorite. Get connected, plug in, show up, and get informed. If you don't show up, you may miss information, right? This is what we stress. Always come in and get informed, whether you're watching the live or the replay. Make sure that you're these webinars, these lives that we do inside this group, it's for updates pertaining to the software, anything new that possibly is launching, training, things like that. Maybe bugs are coming out and we want to make sure you guys are informed. If you don't watch those, you're going to be left behind, and so are your customers. If you're bringing in customers into the group, make sure that they are aware of these. You can show up on the replays, you can show up on the lives. It shows that you are committed. And I'm not just saying committed to the group, because we are one whole group and we're all in different businesses, but you are committed to your business. So we do these webinars every Wednesday nights at 8:00 p.m. I make sure that all the replays of any type of live that we do are inside the guides. So guide number, I believe it's 5. I have to change this one, but I believe it's 5 for the weekly Wednesday webinar and 6 for the over the shoulder Saturday calls with Drew, where you're able to go into a deep dive on how ELM Messenger Pro, how you can utilize it, strategize, things like that. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat for Andrew to go over. And I actually do an event notification. So make sure that you click on going, or maybe so that you can get notified when he does go live inside the group. So this quote right here, it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but what we do consistently. And of course, that's Tony Robbins right there. So here's another one. I'm live every Wednesday. That's me. And live every second of the month. This is very important. Number 2. Number 3 is our new members. I love this because we get a lot of people that join the group and then all of a sudden they're like, wait, what do I do? That is okay. And we are here to help, but also keep your members informed. Make sure to contact your new members. If you are a partner or a reseller, and make sure you invite your users to the group or to your group. You could have a separate group. Just make sure that they are aware of that group and what goes on in that group, right? So if it's group, make sure to inform them of any changes that are happening so that they know what's going on. So you relay the information that you get from this group and let your customers know. So if you invite someone to the group, welcome them and let them know where to start. When you are consistently showing up and doing the steps, the people that are watching will be inspired by your dedication and action. Fueling another's inspiration is achieved through encouragement and motivation. Inspiring another may be achieved through personal modeling of inspired living. So, lack of direction, not lack of time, is the problem. We all have 24 hours a day. So make sure you inform your new members, right? So we have our ELM commitment number 4. This one is our posting engaging content. The three important pillars of your content. I'm not going to go into a huge explanation of these because I did already do a video on this. So if you aren't familiar with it, go ahead and go back to the guides and you'll be able to see the webinar that I did pertaining to commitment number 4. But the three pillars are your brand, your audience, and your message. So I suggest going back in and watching that video. But if you get stuck on what to post, because sometimes you're like, okay, why do I want to post and what do I post? Well, here's a few ideas for a post. Ask questions that spark people to answer. They're always quick to answer. It doesn't matter what type of question it is, just ask a question that sparks people to answer. Share behind scene photos of your business or videos. Post about trending topics people are talking about. Tell stories. People relate to those that are faced with the same obstacles. So, of course, those are just a few. Commitment number 5. This one is 5 to 10 new connections daily. It used to be 5 to 10 new friend requests daily. We changed it to connections and it's actually conversations, 5 to 10 new conversations daily. So it's not just about sending the friend request daily, it's about creating those conversations that lead to relationships. We're not here to spam people. We're not here to just message people. So treat people like a people and not a number. Don't just say, okay, I got my 5 friend requests and I'm done with commitment number 5. No, we want to talk to those people you friend if they respond. So find out what their pain points are in the messenger and focus on giving them a solution to help further their dreams and goals because you do have a solution. It's called traffic. Everybody's struggling with getting traffic. The more people you help succeed, in turn, will succeed. And of course, we don't ever just insta pitch. I have gotten this quite a few times, and it's people using the software and they friend me and then they insta pitch, and I just redirect them and share with them a few key points on how to build a relationship and build proper rapport inside of the messenger. They end up turning around and saying, you know what, that was right. I'm going to do it that way. So just make sure that you are creating that relationship with those individuals. So, commitment number 6. Send one marketing email each day. With your email list, the amount that you send per week or day will, of course, vary. So, we understand that most won't be able to send daily. However, you will make more money if you communicate with your prospects and customers more often. So, it isn't about the size of your email list, the size of your social media followings, or any of that. It's all about the attention. An email list is only potential energy, and so is your social media following. It's not until they're actually paying attention to you that it actually matters. So people like to do business with people they know, like, and trust. So I'm just going to go into the 3 things that make this happen, right? So we have relevancy is making the message relevant to the person receiving it. Are they interested in what you have to say? Do they care? Is it something that's applicable to them? Personal just means, of course, being personal. In other words, being human and being you, not sounding corporate, showing personality and letting people into your life when you're sending that email, make it more personal. So, frequency is just being top of mind. So, communicate to them often so that they understand and they see you. They're like, okay, I know this person. I'm going to open their emails and I'm going to read it. First off, if you have an existing email list, you need to be really careful on how you transition to more frequent emails. We suggest segmenting your list to prime them up for more frequent emails. Let them know that they are able to unsubscribe at any time. You have to do that. It's very important because, of course, no one wants to be bombarded in an inbox with emails they don't want, right? We don't want to keep sending emails to people that don't raise their hand. Just like with messages in the messenger. You don't want to keep sending messages to a person that's reading it but not responding. So that's a person that shouldn't be in your friends list or in your messenger. So we only want to talk to people who open and care about receiving our emails. Commitment number 7. I see a few of you doing this, and one of them is on the call. Congratulations. I see you and I see you doing this. So it's pretty awesome to go into YouTube and actually just Google and just look for videos and a lot pop up. So, if you have a hard time finding the topics to speak on, go to answerthepublic.com. Go ahead, go there and just type in a keyword, and you'll be able to bring up all types of questions that people are asking or wanting to know answers to, and you can answer them. So, here's a few things that I went over on this one. Here's tips. Keep it short. Pay attention to lighting. Edit your videos. Create an outro. I love using Canva, so that's one of the apps that we use. Brand your videos. Pick the right title. Pick the right thumbnail. Include background music. Research your keywords and post regularly because you need to be on top of that algorithm for YouTube. The more you post, the better your reach will be. So, Elm commitment is number one is reading 10 pages of a good book. If you were to read 10 pages every day, that's 70 pages of a topic you can share on your video. And if you do a video every week, that's 52 videos each year. Just look how insane that would possibly be at the end of the year. And you're like, I made 52 videos on such and such topic. So, some would say, of course, yeah, that's neat. But then they'd have an excuse on why they can't make the videos. There are no excuses. Sure, you're gonna not be great, right? Just turn on the camera or not turn on the camera. You don't always have to do a face video. The first couple of videos would probably suck. Or they won't. It just depends on how you are in front of a camera. But it's the action that you are taking each week after you learned a topic, studied the books, and made a video on it that matters. So keep going. I watch. I see you. I know who you are. All right. Elm commitment number 8. This one I covered last week. So we touched on this commitment last week, and it's not an exercise partner, right? It's not about finding that exercise partner to go to the gym with. If you haven't seen last week's video, go and watch last week's video. It's very important one because those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. I urge you, if you haven't watched last week's, just go ahead, pop into the guides and go over last week's. All right, so we are on Elm commitment number 9. Be here a year from now. Now, it used to be 2021, and there are a few that have been around for a whole year. There's a few that are coming up on their year, and I will be doing a live with each of them to showcase how they've been doing throughout the year. It doesn't matter if you've succeeded massively inside of your business, the growth within yourself is more important than the money that you've acquired. That's what we're here for. So I want you guys to commit for a year. No matter where you started, when you started, if you started last month or today, commit to being here a year from today. In the chat, put the date. November 3rd, 2022. I'm going to be here November 3rd, 2022. You have to commit to the process. Committing is giving the best of oneself, going the extra mile, and not abandoning the situation you find yourself in. No matter what the hurdle is, stick with it because you're just that close. You are so close. You're like the image where the guy is digging and he's just this close to the gold and he ends up just giving up. How close are you to your goal? So we want to do showing up and doing what it takes for however long it takes to achieve whatever you made a commitment to. Rome wasn't built in a day, and Cloud Key was born from a broken piece of code. The concept of Cloud Key and the partnership was actually born from a broken piece of code. We explain this in our 1-year anniversary of Cloud Key that happened on October 1st. So if you haven't seen that video, I will pop it to the top in the group, but it was an amazing video. I had so much fun with everybody on that call going through what happened in a year. So, the quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to their commitment to excellence, regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. Vince Lombardi. Andrew will speak on Vince Lombardi a lot. He likes to reference him. Everybody, this is a football. So, growth is like interest, it will compound over time. So, if you take a hustler, right? That dude looks like a hustler. He looks like more than a hustler, but he's a hustler in this example. They live from one small win to another small win. So they like tiny wins. Drew and I would be we would buy clearance items off of shelves and sell them on Amazon, but that would never compound. So we used to go to Walmart and just buy clearance items, tons of them. We'd have boxes full, and I have pictures of them. I just didn't post it. And we would sell it on Amazon, but that money that would come in would never compound. They worked pretty hard for those sales, and so did we. We went to the store, we had to box it up, we had to scan the items, we had to create stickers for them, we had to send them in, and then we had to wait, right? So they made some good money, but didn't make millions from it. And that's just like what we did. But if you follow the process and commit 1 through 9, I can honestly guarantee success. And I truly can. Because your success might seem insignificant at first. But after a year, you will have massive success that will continue to grow. So I've referenced this individual before, and I'll reference him again. This is one of our elite partners, Martin. So Martin joined back in December at the annual level of CloudKey. During the first couple of months, Martin was crafting his offer, building his audience. And in the last 2 months, he was making his webinar and fine-tuning his brand and what he wanted. He tested his offer out on a small group not last week, but it was a couple months ago. He tested it out and he hit over 7,000 in just that tiny group of 25 people. Then he did a webinar to over 800 people. And through that webinar, he was able to bring in $45,000. So in total, Martin made $52,000 in just a week and a half. And that's just him being here a year from today. And it was actually less than a year. But he spent his time sharpening his axe, crafting his offer, figuring out what his market wanted. And he was able to pull that in. So here's a little bit from his. So I love the fact that Martin jumped in at the annual level, saw more than before, like Twan likes to say, and took the time to craft his offer and build his audience. It goes back to, of course, Abraham Lincoln saying once more, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." This is a prime example of sharpening his axe. So I'd like to reference one of our favorite authors once more. So the Slide Edge. Like I said in the beginning, I reference the Slide Edge a lot. So if you haven't added this to your library or read it yet, I highly, highly suggest it. So he explains that the extraordinary results don't come from big wins. They come from small incremental steps forward that compound over time. So I'll give the example that I've shared many times. Let's take being healthy in terms of eating. So you can either eat fast food or you can choose to eat healthy. If you were to eat an apple a day, would you notice a difference? Probably not. Would you notice another apple tomorrow if you just ate apples? Usually I reference a hamburger, but I'm just going to do the healthy side this time. You probably wouldn't. You wouldn't notice any difference in eating an apple today, tomorrow. But would you notice a difference in 90 days? I bet you would. You'd be on the healthier side, right? You wouldn't be slow. Your mind would have more cognitive abilities. You'd actually be more coherent. The same is true with wealth. You don't get rich with one big sale. You can. You can totally get rich with one big sale. You can make one sale for $1 million and you're like, yeah, I'm done. But what is reoccurring about that? It's not. You get rich by doing the right thing long enough for it to compound. In our experience, it takes about 12 months. This is a evolution of ELM Messenger Pro. So you start off with what it looked like before, and then it just keeps evolving. And there's actually a new one coming out, a new box coming out. So it'll be totally different. And it took us consistent compounding efforts to create a successful, profitable business. Now, I said profitable. Just because an individual says they made 1 million in a year doesn't mean they kept that million. They had to pay designers, developers, pay for ads, copywriters, whatever they had to do to get that million, that's what they put out. But they made a million with their efforts. So everything we do in life, whether it's sleeping, eating, business, and all successes we have comes from our habits. And we need to be setting long-term goals and using those habits to drive those goals forward. So start thinking in this mindset. Whether you are trying to get fit, get rich, or get happy, you need to be thinking long term. This is also why we offer annual plans on our partnership. Thinking long term is important. We don't want you to have to worry about the monthly bill and mainly concentrate on crafting your offer, building your audience, getting the tribe of people whom all move in the same direction. Focus on getting that residual income and truly finding the freedom in life. When you follow these 9 core commitments in any business, doesn't matter if it's network marketing, MLM, you're selling vitamins, anything. It doesn't matter. I can guarantee you success in that business if you were to follow these 9 core commitments. So what do you say? Be here a year from now. I see a few of you put it inside of the chat that you'll be here next year at the same time, and I'm going to hold you to it. So go all in on yourself and in your business. There's no easy path to getting rich or being wealthy or healthy, even if there are docs that make you look the part, right? At some point in your entrepreneurship, you're going to need to go all in. When you do that, the path to wealth becomes possible. We're rooting for you. And we see you. We see you putting in the work. We see the people coming in. We see it all. But there's a huge responsibility that you need to do right now, and that is to commit and go all in. If you're only looking for the result, then this journey is going to be a rough one. If you're only focused on the someday goal of having wealth, then you will overlook the potential in front of you and fail and not reach your goal at all. I'll leave you with this. Expect bad days, self-doubt, and confusion in this growth process. Because you can do this if you commit. Start with the first commitment. Success is simple once you accept how hard it is. So I do have a few reminders. This Saturday, we have Andrew going over the shoulder call at 6:00 p.m. I'll make sure I do an event so you guys can join in. And so far, my image isn't working. Okay. So far, we have Isotel winning the iMac, of course. And if that image actually populated, you would be able to see it. But at the moment, you can't. But this ends December 14th. So anyone that refers partners into the partnership will get points towards winning this iMac. And let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen and stop sharing this and pop me in and Aaron and Iman. And you guys can see right here the iMac. So who's ever going to win that, we will make sure we send it out December 14th. Hyman. Send it out December 14th. So you have it before Christmas because it does get pretty crazy trying to send things in the mail during holiday season. And then if all goes well, we might introduce an Oculus over there or Max AirPods. You never know. But I hope you all enjoyed the Be Here a Year from Now. It's one of my favorites just because I'm able to go through each and every single one of them. I know I spend a lot of time every week with them individually, but when I group them all together, it makes more sense. So if you have any questions, go ahead, put them in the chat. We'll be here for a couple of minutes left in our call. How about that screen behind? Yes, a vibe board. We could do that. Anybody want a vibe board? We can write on that and we can actually possibly send one over to you. But right now we're doing the iMac, so we'll see. And I think I have this site muted. Nope. All right. Darren, welcome. Thank you so much for showing up. And Iman, Isatel, I see you in the chat. Kari, I see you.
Hey.
Hello. How are you guys?
Awesome.
How are you?
Good. Doing wonderful. It's cold. It's getting winter. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's bad. But it's going pretty well. We welcomed a couple new partners. So they're all getting settled and it's super exciting. And I loved your video, Iman, by the way, on YouTube.
Oh, thank you.
It was very well done. The way that you cut off the attention is perfect.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, I'm still watching. No, I'm still watching.
I worked 2 days on it to remove each 2 days, just on editing and trying to remove each part with where I say cutting removing all those parts from the videos and rewatch it again and add those intros in the beginning, at the end, those pop-ups, images, everything.
It was a very good video. I liked it a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, same
and
here.
You're committing. I love it.
Yeah. Committed to the end.
Good. If any of you are doing videos, remember there aren't that many videos for ELM Messenger Pro or CloudKey at all inside of YouTube. So you want to be top inside of Google. I suggest you start making those videos. And we have another one in chat that had made a video as well. I think you've made 2. So well done on that. We do see you guys creating content. And sometimes when you create content, we're like, oh, who is this? Like, we don't know who this is. Which is nice to see. It's very nice to see. I think I have one thing that I can show you guys. Is anyone confused on the new help desk? I'd like to ask that. Are you guys, everybody's good with the new help desk? No confusion? Okay.
I'm good, but when I first came to using it and submitting a ticket, I reverted back to the other desk. But it was just creating the account, because previously I've jumped into other programs and they have Freshdesk as well. So I assumed that my account for that, because it was with Freshdesk, I could still log in, but you have to create another account for this one to be able to submit your tickets. So that was my flaw there.
When I went through it, you don't need to create an account. You just need to submit the ticket and then you can reply to the email. So when the support team replies to your ticket, it'll go straight to your email. And then all you have to do is reply inside of your email and just converse back and forth there. So there's no more logging in unless you want to check in on your ticket status, which some do, but our team is pretty well at making sure stuff gets handled pretty fast. We do delay sometimes because we are switching over to the new help desk, so there may be a transition time frame on when, just because it's 2 different ones and you have to log in. But you don't have to create an account. You can just use your email. So just reply to that email and you'll be able to just use the support test there.
Super cool. Good to know. Whenever that transition's over, because I'm using Reskin for one of the help desks, I'll just move it over to the new one. Or I could do that now, I suppose, because you're using the fresh desk going forwards, right?
Yeah. We're going to be using that one. You could still use the elmlink.co/support if that's your reskin link that you're using, because it still directs over. However, there's that video on there that is kind of different, because when you send them over there, it just creates the little pop-up where you ask, kind of get help. So let me share it with you guys real quick. Not that one. We'll go there. I'll move myself so I could show you guys. Okay. So when you go to elmlink.co, that's not what I wanted. Go to the old one, which is elmlink.co/support. Go ahead and watch this video if you haven't watched this yet. I love this video. But you can see over here in the bottom right corner that you have the help app. You can go ahead and search for your question here. So would be what like I used in the video, tags. If you search, you can pull up every single article pertaining to that keyword. So all these articles have tag in it. You're able to click on it and read about it and watch videos, all within this little spot. However, if you have another issue, you can just go ahead and contact us, put in your name, email, subject, description. You could take a screenshot and you can upload the file. However, I really suggest that everyone use Loom or Screencast-O-Matic, because those ones are able to get the copy link, and for the video, you can put it in the description, and it's easier for our developing team to be able to watch those videos. If we have to download your video, it takes up more space and it takes more time. We're all about saving time, and I want to make sure all of your problems and issues that you may have end up getting solved faster. So in order to get it solved faster, videos help. Videos go a long way. So that is one of the things. So I just wanted to get feedback from you guys, whether you like the new help desk or if you like the old help desk. I know the old help desk was kind of hard to understand because it had a password. You had to log in order to answer. This one makes it a whole lot easier as well. Let's see if we have any questions. Recovering from flu, so I'm not fit for camera at the moment. No problem, Isatel. No problem. Screencast-O-Matic or Loom. Loom works. They're all free. They have free versions. Screencast-O-Matic actually lets you edit your videos if you're on a premium plan. So you can edit your videos, cut them out. You can add things to it. It's pretty cool. It's like a small end Camtasia. So if you're not well versed in Camtasia, you can get Screencast-O-Matic and pay for the premium service for it. All right, just making sure I'm not missing any questions. Ayman, do you have any questions at all? Everything's good on your end?
Yeah, all is good.
Good. I love hearing that. You're like a quiet mouse, just going to work.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you don't have to do a live, you can retake. Yes. You need a workout partner. If anyone wants to, because this group is full of entrepreneurs and we're all moving in the same direction, right? We all want to reach freedom. That should be the end goal. I know we are. If you're interested in partnering up and kind of getting a mentor / workout partner, go ahead and put it inside the group. Say, hey, I need a workout partner to keep me accountable. I need someone to bounce ideas off of. Go ahead and put it inside the group. We'll approve the post and you can see how many people raise their hands. Or if you see someone inside the group that you're like, hey, I really want to talk to you. Can I talk to you? You just got to reach out to them in Messenger and just say, hey, we're both inside this group. Let's get on a call. Let's strategize together. Let's move forward to being here a year from now and just kicking butt, right? I want to see everybody win. And Isatel at the moment is winning. Everybody needs to be at the top. But yeah, I appreciate you all for joining in tonight and showing up, because number 2 is very important too. So if any of you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat or reach out to support. If you're watching the replay, put it in chat or reach out to support, because we get both notifications. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see some of you on Saturday's call with Drew. So have a good one. Thanks, everybody. Bye, Taryn. Thank you, Iman.